What do you think about the allegations?
Well, it's sad, but it's not surprising. I mean, Gold Bar Bob has faced credible allegations for over a decade, but forcing him to resign does not make him go through due process. And ultimately, it should be the people in New Jersey, the voters, should judge him and decide. This is easy for the Democrats to say, resign, because then it gets this mess off of their plates. The leadership in the Democrat Party very well know what he's been up to. It's not a surprise. It's not the first time that his own party has investigated him and found out that he was obviously corrupt and not taking care of business. What needs to happen is he's got to stay in there, and the party needs to face the fact and also needs to face the voters in New Jersey. New Jersey deserves better, and they deserve somebody who's going to come into this state, go down to Washington, and make sure that everybody is paying attention and taking care of what we need here in New Jersey.
Will, Menendez, this isn't the first time, okay, because he was indicted in 2015 on charges of corruption, but that trial ended with a hung jury. Now, Jack Smith was the prosecutor. What do you make of this?
Yeah, well, look, Menendez's previous trial, it ended up with a hung jury in large part because the prosecutors had a lot of trouble really making a case for a quid pro quo, that the benefits that Menendez had received in that case from a doctor friend of his were related or were caused by the official acts Menendez was doing for the doctor. Here, reading the indictment, it seems like a much tighter case, that Menendez was receiving cash bribes, his wife was receiving basically a no-show job, and in return, he was going out and committing official acts. To me, this seems much tighter than the Jack Smith indictments we've come to expect, which in my experience at least, and when you look at the Bob McDonnell case, when you look at President Trump's cases now, he's very willing to run roughshod over the law to sort of get his way. To me, this seems like a much more serious indictment than the previous Menendez case.
Yeah, I think those were some very good points you just made there. But turning now to the Attorney General, Merrick Garland. He testified before the House Judiciary Committee this week over the alleged weaponization of the DOJ. Let's just take a listen to the Attorney General.
I don't recollect the answer to that question. I'm not going to comment. I'm sorry, I didn't understand the question. I don't know the answer to that. I don't know the answer to either of those questions. I'm happy to answer this question in hypothetical, but not in the specifics.
Christine, very quickly, the Attorney General there seemed to me to be very uncomfortable, obviously struggling with answers. What do you make of that?
I make of that it's the entire Democrat Party right now. They're hiding everything. They're hiding all of the corruption, frankly, that the Biden administration has obviously been involved with. And it's the reason why Menendez has been able to get away with his corruption for years and years and years. There's one system, one judicial system in this country, and it needs to be applied in an equal manner across the board. He's just hiding. He's hiding all the information.
Fair enough.
Okay, Will Scharf and Christine Serrano Glassner, thank you both so much for joining us today.
Thanks for having me. Have a great Sunday.
You too.